tried institutions of the mind and soul. It only taught me what I should not know. Could be something as simple as this.
Brother Way coming to you with another beautiful Sunday morning here in South Florida. I saw a Facebook post the other day that said, why does Isaiah 45:7 say that God created evil? You know, I didn't really read the article, but I could imagine it went into a bunch of different ways on why, one, that word doesn't really mean evil, or two, that the word is actually translated, should be translated as calamity. You know, in a bunch of different ways in which this article would probably try to clean God's resume from actually creating evil. Well, let's read Isaiah 45, verse 7. Let's actually begin in verse 5. It says, I am the Lord, and there is none else. There is no God beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me, that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I am the Lord, and there is none else. I form light, I create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Now this word evil here comes from the Hebrew word H7451, and it's pronounced Ra. Okay, and it just simply means bad, or as a noun, evil. Okay, this word occurs in the King James Bible 664 times. It's translated as evil 440 times, wickedness 55 times, wicked 26 times, hurt 20, mischief 19, bad 14, sore 9, trouble 9, evils 8, ill 8, affliction 5, and you can go on and on and on. But however the word is translated, it's something bad. Okay, so let's just say this, that God created Ra, and however it's translated, God created it. Okay, it says, I make peace, I create evil, Ra. I create Ra. I, the Lord, do all these things. But then the Facebook asked a question. Why does it say that? Okay, why did God actually create evil? That's a better question. Not why does Isaiah 45:7 say he did, but why did he actually do it? Let's look at Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 13. And this is the wisest man that ever lived, Solomon. He says, and I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven. This sore travail hath God given to the sons of man to be exercised therewith. Okay, now this sore travail there, that word sore there is that same word, Ra. This evil travail hath God given the sons of men to be exercised therewith. Now the word exercise there actually means to humble. The concordance says humble. Okay, so it's this experience of evil, this experience of sore travail, this experience of Ra, okay, that God has given us to humble us. Let's look at Ecclesiastes 3, verses 10 through 11. It says, I have seen the travail which God hath given to the sons of men to be exercised in it. Kind of the same as chapter 1, verse 13. And verse 11, he hath made everything beautiful in his time. Also he hath set the world in their heart, so that no man can find out the work that God maketh from the beginning to the end. Now you're very familiar with Ecclesiastes chapter 3. It actually begins in verse 1, and it says that there's a time and a season for everything. You know, there's a time to kill, a time to steal, a time to mend, a time to tear. You know, and it goes on down through there how there's a time and a season for everything. You know, verse 10 picks up, I have seen this travail, the same travail spoken of in Ecclesiastes 1:13, which God hath given the sons of men to be exercised in it, to humble in it. Verse 11 makes us a promise. All this sore travail, he hath made everything beautiful in his time. So all of this evil travail, all of this Ra that he created it to humble us. He created it to exercise us in it. Okay, but the promise is that he will make all of this beautiful in his time. So let's just answer what the Facebook's question said. Why does Isaiah 45:7 say that God created evil? Well, because he did. And that is just a plain old simple truth. Until next time, this is Brother Way.
Oh, and the answer, well, who would have guessed? Could be something as simple as this. God knows how I could have missed something as simple as this.